Welcome to the Becks, a podcast that explores multimedia horror with hosts Becky and Sydney. Join us as we talk about movies, books, video games, music, and much, much more.
Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks. Welcome back to Something Very Bad is Going to Happen. This is part 2. We're talking about episodes 3 and 4.
Yes, we are.
Becky, why don't you take the lead?
So, at this point, I'm sorry, I love the fact that she's figured out that they're not trying to kill her. And, you know, she's like super apologetic. Mm-hmm. And it makes me laugh. But there's one part I want to talk about. And, like, I'm stuck on that part because I'm just waiting to say something about it. So I want to hear your take on what you thought was happening at the beginning. And then
okay,
I want to be more
specifically.
What the hell's happening?
Her chair just completely did a 360.
It's never done that before. Is my house sinking? That's not funny.
There's historic fucking flooding happening in this area right now.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It is.
So specifically about what do you want my thoughts about?
Well, in this episode, Portia is like super pushier than she was. I mean, she was pushy all along, but she really starts to get super pushy.
I could have broke her neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's being a bitch. And again, Rachel's just letting her walk all over her. And I, with the context of basically learning her mom is dying and stuff like that, you could be like, mm-hmm. Okay, well, she's obviously has a lot of anger and...
But we talked about how the wedding had become, like, all about the mother.
Yes.
And it 100% still is that's what we're leaning towards. Like, Portia is angry because the flowers aren't there yet. And she totally cuts Rachel down. Like, she basically tells her she's white trash. She's like, you grew up in a trailer with nothing, and it's obvious because you brought white lilies or whatever.
Which is a funeral flower.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. And she's mad because the flowers that they have there are artificial, but they're beautiful. And she's like, Portia, it's okay. Let's just relax. And I think Rachel's really leaning towards everybody's on edge because nobody's dealing with their mom dying. So she's trying to, like, keep the peace. And, dude, my wedding, I'd be punching everybody in the face. We'd have been gone, like, 2 days ago anyways, but...
Okay, I don't want to... Don't make me defend Portia here. But, to be fair, I do think it's super fucking weird that it's 2 days, 3 days, whatever, before mm-hmm. the wedding, and Rachel hasn't written her vows yet. And also, she doesn't have her song picked out that she's walking down the aisle
I agree with that part. I think that's weird. And then she didn't have anybody to stand in the wedding at all. He had his family, and she had no one.
And it's
so that's weird, too. I understand. But doesn't she have friends? I mean, don't they talk about their friends? But she didn't want any of them there?
Well, and that's the other thing is I want to point out is, like, okay, if you really wanted a super cash, no fuss affair, there's a really easy option. It's called the fucking courthouse. You don't have to walk down the aisle to any music. You can march your own ass down.
And the thing is, if you want no complications and really no one there, then you don't bring any family into it. You just elope, do your thing at the courthouse or wherever.
So I think there is a certain level of expectation for a wedding that is taking place at, like, a family home or whatever, that it's still going to be a wedding, you know, and Rachel is a little bit too blasé. So I can understand Portia's frustration about it a little bit.
But I think that Rachel honestly just thought that they were going and having just them and his parents and siblings, and they were just going to stand in front of whoever and do their vows.
Yeah.
I don't think she really thought there would be music and a reception and 100 people.
True. She didn't want the guests. We talked about that a little bit last time.
And writing their vows, I'm going to say I know lots of couples that didn't write their vows until, like, the day before. So I think that's a thing. I would be freaking out. I probably wouldn't write my vows until the day before, but I would be freaking out. Pressure makes me do what I need to do, so yeah. But them not knowing what the people are going to eat, that should have been done forever ago.
Oh.
And I think it's funny that, okay, so you have over 100 people coming. Are you going to ask them all at the rehearsal dinner what they're eating and tell them the night before, tell the caterers the night before how many of each serving they're having?
Yeah.
That blew my mind. I was like, okay, Portia's planning the meal, but she's like, I need to know what everybody's having.
Well, when she said that, I had assumed that it was just the immediate family. I didn't assume that it was the guests, too. Do you think it was also the guests?
Well, that's usually what you do if you're making someone choose.
Well, that's on the
RSVP
usually.
I guess.
Obviously, you're not
Maybe.
going to send RSVPs to your
The family.
family unless
Maybe.
they scrapbook or something. I don't know. So is that what you wanted my thoughts on?
Well, no, we have to get further into it. There's more.
So Nikki is freaking out because his mom's dying. And keep in mind, he was the only one in the family that didn't know, which is crazy. But they didn't want to ruin his wedding, blah, 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 etc.
I'm still amazed at that. They didn't want to ruin the wedding. Everybody is just bitchy and on edge, and
yeah,
there's a lot of ruining happening.
They all fucking suck anyway, so...
This is true.
So, he's trying to call all these medical centers and trying to get treatment options. He's like, I feel like everyone's given up. This is just ridiculous. Like,
he's in the, what his mom calls this, the dungeon, where his dad is taxidermying their latest dead dog. This is gross. It's gross when he pulls that face off the dog.
Gross and disturbing, and
yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that yourself?
Yeah. I don't understand. I think it just gives a super creepy element to the show, but... Anyways, he's talking to his dad, and he's like, you've given up on her. And the dad's explaining, I haven't given up on her. This is her decision. I'm standing by my wife. She wants to go when she still is who she is, blah, blah, blah. And I'm helping her the best I can. And Rachel is standing there, and she looks at the dad, and she's like, by stuffing a dead dog? Like, she totally just completely called him out because he's not spending time with his wife. That's what he's been doing. He dug a hole, and now he's stuffing a dog. And again, she doesn't really know these people.
I mean, I thought that was hilarious. I don't think she meant to say it because immediately she was like, sorry.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was like, oops, didn't mean to say that out loud.
And I really thought he was going to fly off the handle because, you know, it's kind of a rude thing to say. But she was right, and I think that's why he didn't come after her at all.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I know what you want to know my reaction to. So, we're not quite there yet. This next part, she is looking for Jules and Nell. And, well, first of all, this scene starts out with Jules and Nell kind of having an argument.
He's in the bathtub.
Yes. And he's like, do you really think that she thought we were going to kill her? Like, that's kind of crazy. And Nell's like, wow. Nell is kind of, she's hard for me at this point because she seems like she likes Rachel.
Yeah, but she seems real standoffish and almost bitchy, but you don't really know what's happening.
And I don't know if it's just that she doesn't like, I don't know if it's that she likes Rachel. I think, and she even says this in a little bit later in the episode, I think she likes that Rachel challenges Victoria, the matriarch of the family. So, Rachel blunders into the bathtub while Nell is attempting to drown Jules because he gets
not
off.
in the bathtub, in the bathroom.
Yeah. Sorry.
She just jumps in.
Well, I'm still hung up on the fact that, like...
He tells her, say it or drown me.
Yeah.
And he's like, drown me, yeah. I was like, what is happening right now?
It's weirdly sexual.
Yeah.
And then Rachel's like, oh my god, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I didn't mean to interrupt you drowning your husband. Sorry.
Well, again, if you're into that.
I guess, whatever you want to do.
And she's like, I just want to know what you guys want for dinner.
And then Jules is like, how's the chicken cooked? How's the fish prepared? Blah, blah.
I can't answer this if you don't have that information for me.
And Nell's just like, he'll have the fish.
Yeah, I think she tells him to stop being a dick.
Yeah. So Rachel decides to call a family meeting because she feels like nobody's dealing with their mother's impending death.
This was fucking insane. This is what you wanted to talk about, right?
This is part of it. Yep.
Okay. This made me really dislike Rachel, actually. I was so flabbergasted. Even more flabbergasted that it worked? Question mark?
It was definitely odd and strange.
She gets all of the family gathered in the living room, and she's like, you guys aren't confronting your feelings. You all need to talk it out. And Jules is like, what are you, a therapist? And she's like, yeah, actually, I'm getting my degree.
Jules really doesn't like her.
Getting her degree.
He really doesn't like her.
She's not a doctor yet.
No, she's not. She has not taken the test to be... Well, and she's not even becoming a doctor. She's just becoming a counselor. So there's no doctorate involved in what she's doing at this point.
I still thought it was very sweet how Nikki was very supportive of her, even though it was this weird, awkward, fucking terrible...
Oh, yeah. The whole thing was insane. It did not go well.
Well, and I really thought it was going to completely backfire on her because she's like, is there anything you want to say to your dying mother? And everyone was just quiet. And I'm like, oh. Especially because Victoria was just sitting there, like, waiting for someone to say something to her, and nobody was saying anything.
Yeah.
So she calls, like, a recess and is like, everybody just needs to think of what they want to say, and then... we'll have, like, a stand-in, so you're not actually talking to Victoria. You're going to talk to the effigy in my wedding dress.
Yeah.
And then we're going to light it on fire. Because that's a normal thing to do.
But it worked. They all did it. They wouldn't talk to their mom, but they would talk to this straw-filled wedding dress.
I just can't. This is some, like, you know how on the internet you'll see... creators of color, black people, whatever, and they'll be like, this is some white people shit. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'll say on that matter. So then, one of the things that Rachel did in this episode was she gave Jude, the only child, Jules and Nell's kid, she gave Jude an old camcorder.
Because he wanted a video camera.
Yeah.
He said he wanted a really nice one. And she's like, well, it's not a nice one, but it's one.
Yeah. And so he's just going around, exploring the house, recording stuff. He's having a good time.
He's in the basement, and he's like, there's someone behind this door. And Rachel's like, oh, I know how you feel. Sometimes I feel that way, too. And he's like, but no, it's locked. Why would it be locked? It's never locked. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, I don't know, don't worry about it. I get myself scared too sometimes.
Which I will say, this kid has like a concerning amount of fear about
everything.
Yeah.
He's scared of the man that's going to come and cut the bride open. So he's trying to make sure everybody's okay. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for this kid. Can you imagine growing up in that family? It's no wonder he's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. And so how does he get into that room? Is it just not locked anymore, or does he get a key?
That's when they walk away. You can see the door handle moving from the inside.
Oh, yeah. He does come back eventually, though.
Yes. At this point, you kind of, it's nighttime, blah, blah, whatever. And this is the part I wanted to talk about, too. So she's being followed by someone. Someone's watching her. But... the sounds they're making while they're watching her are so creepy and weird and over the top. And then when you find out who it is, it's worse. Because it's like, oh.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody in like a mask.
Yeah, I did
too. This is what I was picturing immediately. I'm like, this weird freak, I don't know who it is, took like the taxidermy dog's head and is wearing it.
Well,
like
something, yeah.
A la Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was picturing.
I thought maybe, Roger said it was funny. Roger was like, it's one of the dogs. Like, it's come to life. They, like, cursed it or something, and that's what it is. And I'm like, no, it's a human, because they're making human noises. But, like, she's laying in bed, and whoever it is like, oh. It's
not even that noise. Like, it's weird.
It's so that really, I was like, oh my god, what is going on here?
So she gets up to get a glass of water, and then gets kidnapped. And she fights. She fights her ass off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, she's actually gonna fuck this guy up.
And Jude did see a guy in the basement, but nobody believed him. They all thought he was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to this happening. So yeah, she fights, and then that's how the episode ends. Boom.
Yeah.
She's just kidnapped, gone.
So the next episode is called The Witness.
The Witness.
And it opens up with Jude, the little boy. He hears Rachel struggling in the hallway and immediately goes to wake up his dad and is like, someone just took Rachel.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sorry. I should have showed you this video. I didn't think anyone would believe me because I kept telling everybody that there was someone behind the door. Nobody thought it. So he's...
Yeah, and then Jules is like, and this actually kind of softened me a little bit towards Jules, I will say.
Oh, yeah. I start getting softer towards Jules, too.
Because he was like, I am so sorry. I made you feel like you couldn't come to me about this.
Yeah.
And so he watches the video, and Jude is like, is this the sorry man? And Jules is just staring.
Mm-hmm.
So then, this was a fucking excellent episode. This was so good. I was so entertained from start to finish. Super good. So it shows a home video of Rachel's parents.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel's mom is pregnant for her. They're on a road trip. They're driving to get married at this secluded area of the woods. It's looking pretty familiar as they're driving by everything. It's like the same route that Rachel and Nikki took. They even stop for custard at this place. And that the murderer? Did the murders happen in the 90s, or I can't remember? Cuz that guy was creepy as fuck.
Oh no, that guy was horribly creepy.
Yeah. So Rachel's mom is like, we can't eat the custard here. He's gonna poison us.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just have this horrible feeling. And Rachel's dad is like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, he's not mean, but he's obviously very skeptical, and he's like, if you're really that scared, we can just leave.
Yeah, he's like, I trust you.
Yeah. It's clear that he doesn't really believe in her. He's like, it's just custard.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they get to this cabin, and it's beautiful, and Rachel's mom is just acting weird. She's like, I can see Rachel in the future, and I can feel what she's feeling, and I just feel like something very bad is going to happen. Roll credits.
It gets so bad.
Yeah. So they go to this church to get married, and they have a witness attend.
Just one witness.
Just a random man.
Yep.
And the witness asks Rachel's mom, are you sure he's the one? And it's the exact same voice of the man who asked Rachel that in the first episode when she went to that sketchy fucking bar.
So bad. It's so bad. He's such a creepy man.
So they do get married. And
they're like super in love, though. I mean, they seem like they are. They're having fun.
Yeah. So they get... So this whole fucking... Oh my god. This was insane to me. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with all of these fucking white people? Genuinely. What is going on? Because Rachel's father is not a doctor. I just want to put that out there to the universe, and then we'll get to it, okay? So they're going back. They're going to celebrate their honeymoon. It's going to be sexy. It's going to be great. Rachel's mom gets a nosebleed. So the dad is like, oh shit, let me get a tissue. And then he goes to get a tissue, and he comes back, and it's way worse. She starts bleeding out of her eyes. There's blood all over the floor, like, clearly.
Like, she is bleeding out. She is hemorrhaging and bleeding out.
Yeah. And she dies. He can't save her. he makes some noise about calling 911 or getting her in the car, but, like, it happens too fast.
There's no way. I mean, she literally hemorrhaged and bled out within minutes.
So then, he's like, couldn't save her. I guess I'll cut her open and take the baby out. What?
I don't know. I don't know if you're desperate. I don't know that I would think of that if it was someone I loved that was pregnant. I don't know. That's a pretty violent thing to...
I don't even, like, I thought about Googling it to be like, okay.
There is
I know you give...
certain amount of time.
I know that your body will...
expel the baby.
Yes, if you die.
But I believe there's a certain amount of time after the mother's heart stops that you can extract the baby.
Yeah, because the baby stops getting oxygen, right?
Yes, yeah, because the umbilical cord will not provide the oxygen. So there's no way for them to breathe. So you have a very limited amount of time to remove the baby from the womb to save them.
So he cuts her open. And the whole time he's just like, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Gee, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
So then... it's revealed that Rachel is sitting in this cabin watching this on the camcorder, because the camcorder caught everything. And it was her dad that took her, and her dad is making her watch this.
And it's horrendous. I mean, imagine, this is your mother, this is you, this is your father cutting you out of your mother's belly.
Yeah.
As an infant.
And she was always told that her mom died at the hospital.
Yeah.
Her mom didn't even make it within 100 feet of a hospital.
Your mom didn't make it out the cabin door.
This is the thing, is, like, how do you fucking explain any of this to the police, right? Like, you have this dead woman, which, yes, maybe with an autopsy would reveal.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is he still cut open her dead body.
True. I mean, I guess they would have to do, I don't know, you would think they would take him into custody until they did the autopsy to see that she did pass away before the baby was taken.
Well, we don't see any of that.
No, I don't know that they even did that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But she hated her dad. She did not like her dad.
He's fucked up.
Well,
which,
he watched his wife bleed out and...
instantly, like, there's nothing wrong with her.
He had to cut his child out of her, and that's gotta fuck you up, right?
Yeah. I feel like at that point, if you're, and this might be controversial, but if you're that emotionally damaged by something, which is fair if you are, I'm not saying that it's not, perhaps you need to put the child in a place where it can be properly cared for while you get the help you need.
True.
This is not what happened. He decided to raise her, quote unquote, and it clearly didn't work out. Because she's, she watches this and she's like, why the fuck did you show me that? And her dad's like, well, there's a curse. There's just this curse. Don't you feel like something bad is going to happen? I knew I had to get to you. I had to talk you out of the wedding because the same thing happened to your mom. That's why when I got the wedding invitation, I sent it back and said, don't marry him. So we figure out all that. And she's like, what do you mean you got a wedding invitation? I didn't fucking invite you. So then the question is, who sent the wedding invitation to him?
I think she knows. I think in her mind she knows who did it.
You think so?
I do. Yeah. I do. You would get that sixth sense. I mean, well, it might have been Portia too, because you never know.
Yeah.
She might have been sticking her nose in where it didn't belong, but... yeah. So the whole time... Jules had gotten mad at his family, so he took off through the woods and ended up in this cabin hiding underneath the bed.
Yeah, because Jules goes to that cabin.
Yeah.
And he broke in to find Rachel because he was like, okay, yes, this is the sorry man, actually, and I know where he would take her. Mm-hmm. So he goes back to that. And the whole, he had broken into this cabin. I mean, I say broken. I don't think it was locked.
I don't think so either, but...
which is still trespassing, whatever. And he hides under the bed when he hears Rachel's parents come in. I mean, he's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, just a little guy.
Not very old. And so he witnesses this lady bleed out, and then he witnesses this man cut open a lady...
and take the baby.
And just keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So the sorry man was real this whole time. Fuck his parents for never, like, investigating more than they did. That's insane to me. Like, obviously he was very traumatized.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, it's like, okay, he made up a monster. Well, this is the thing, and we talked a little bit about this when we discussed Hill House with Theo's episode.
Mm-hmm.
With the Smiley Man. Or Mr. Smiley, I think it was. And it's like, yeah, this little girl had created a monster in her head from something that was really happening.
Yeah.
That she couldn't make sense of. And essentially, the same thing happened with Jules in this situation.
Exactly.
Difference is, he clearly never got the help he needed to process that.
No, because they thought he made it up in his mind.
That's insane to me. I'm sorry, if I heard my 5 or 6 year old, and keep in mind this is in the late 90s, if a 6 or 7 year old describe something like that and they're not, like, you know, I mean, you gotta think, like, historically, okay, I haven't showed this kid the Saw movies, or not that those existed in the 90s, but you know what I'm saying, like, he's not exposed to anything like that, so that's not something that a kid can just make up.
Yeah.
There has to be some outside influence.
I would think so.
It's just the fucking sheer negligence of it that just pissed me off. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm not saying I like Jules, but I'm definitely way softer towards him because he was ready to shoot Rachel's dad and rescue her and save her. Like, obviously he was dealing with his own trauma and he was freaking out the fuck out.
Yeah, but he wanted to save her. I mean, that was the reason he went there.
Yeah. So while Jules and her dad are arguing, Rachel dips, which is hilarious because, again, Jules has a shotgun and he could potentially definitely shoot the fuck out of her dad. And she's just like, you know what? You guys can figure this out by yourself. I gotta go.
Yeah, she's like, oh.
So then and then she goes back to that bar.
The witness in the tape or the voice she knew was the same guy. So she knew that he had something to do with it. So she had to go back there to ask some questions.
Mm-hmm. And this was...
And this just gets more weird as you go.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing. So he's doing karaoke.
I know.
Really badly.
Well, most karaoke is really bad, but whatever.
And she tries to confront him, but he finishes his song first. Okay, diva. So then he's like, join me for a drink. And she follows him over to the bar. And he's like, you owe me something. And I knew immediately when he said that, I'm like, this bitch wants an apology.
Uh-huh.
And I was right.
Oh, yeah.
Because he stabs her in the leg with a fork and is like, no apology necessary now. We're even.
And he totally just jams that fork into her leg.
And she's like, what the fuck? You just attacked me? You just stabbed me? Keep in mind the bartender's there this whole time. And she's like, wow, you stabbed him first.
And he takes it out of her leg and stirs his drink with it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now, dude?
Yeah, that was special.
Oh. Yeah.
Not even mentioning, like, okay, blood. That's disgusting. But I think she's wearing jeans, and jeans are really gross. They just are. Like, it's just a whole gross situation. Why would you do that, you fucking weirdo? So then he starts explaining that, oh yeah, you got a curse on your family, and it all dates back to me.
Yeah.
Which I did not expect. I was like, wait.
I know. I didn't think he was the one that started it all, but yep.
So some ancestor of his made a deal with the devil because her fiance died. So,
yeah, she wanted him to come back.
Yeah.
And the devil said he can come back.
Not the devil.
Oh, no.
Death.
Death said he can come back, but you owe me.
Mm-hmm.
If you trade, you have to trade one life for another, so you have to give something in order to get something from death or any kind of nastiness like that.
Yeah, so he said basically, like, women descendants in this family have to marry their soulmate or they'll die. And this is where I'm like, I'm a little confused because, like, the wording of it specifically is you have to believe they're your soulmate. Mm-hmm. Not that there is such a thing as soulmates, and not that they are your soulmate. You just have to believe.
But you have to believe in your heart that they are your true soulmate.
So he explains he ran away at the altar. He was a coward. He was scared. So death cursed him with immortality. He can't die.
He's the witness.
So he has to witness every marriage. They do all end up getting married. It's just that they die at sundown if they don't marry their soulmates, who they believe is their soulmate.
Yes.
And he's like, so yeah, same thing is going to happen to you. Good luck. And she's like, the fuck?
Yeah. So it makes you sad, though, to think about her mom, because then you realize that her mom really didn't think, like, she was just settling. She didn't think he was her soulmate. She didn't really think he was the one.
Yeah, see, that's what kind of confuses me, too, because apparently this happens semi-frequently, right, to these women in this family. And yeah, from that angle, it is funny, because it's like, okay, yeah, like...
Yeah, like, her dad was not her mom's soulmate, or her mom didn't think so.
Yeah. And they seemed like they were into each other. And then it's like, so Jules and her dad find her at this bar, and they come in, and she tells her dad, like, talk to this fucker. He was the witness at your wedding. I gotta go.
Like, Dad, you're not coming to the wedding. Go home. Deal with your shit. Goodbye.
Yeah. And so on the drive back, she's explaining to Jules everything, and Jules is like, that's crazy. Like, that's really fucked up. And she's like, well, it's not any more fucked up than the sorry man being real and being my dad somehow. Like, you know, and he asked her, he's like, okay, so do you believe in the curse? And she says, yes, I do. So he does say that if she decides not to marry Nikki, the witness says, if she decides not to marry Nikki, then the curse will then be passed on to his family.
Yes.
So she can avoid it, but then she'll be immortal, I think is the implication. Yeah. Or she marries him and risks dying.
If she doesn't believe that he's her soulmate.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm like, oh, Rachel girl, you don't believe Nikki's your soulmate, do you? Because she's real pessimistic.
Yeah, she's pretty freaked out.
At the end of this episode.
Yeah, because you would think if she really thought that he was truly the one, she would have been like, I'm golden. I'm good. He's my soulmate. I would die.
Yeah, what a great fucking episode, though.
Yeah, it was good.
That was so good.
There's so much happening in this. The curse, you're just like, what? What would you do, people? What would you do when you were going to walk down the aisle? I mean, do people really believe in soulmates too? Does everybody believe that you have a soulmate? Like, when you got married, did you, well, you're not married, but like our listeners, when you got married, did you think this person is my soulmate? I'm just curious. Or did you just think I'm very much in love and you can be very much in love and not believe that someone is your soulmate. I mean, I don't think that makes it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you do if, like, so say Rachel was somebody who, like, never believed in soulmates. Yeah. Does she have to suddenly start believing in soulmates?
Yes.
Or it'll kill her? Yes. That's so fucking stupid. And this is the other thing that pisses me off is, like, okay, if this is, like, if the witness has no ulterior motives, if what he said was totally true, and this is what's going to happen, etc., death has definitely come out on top of this whole bargain, because how many women have died since he brought that one fucking man back to life? So, get over it. Like, the deal's done. Like, you got it.
But the thing is, the deal's not done.
It should be.
And then you think about her, and I mean, obviously she loved this person beyond belief, that she cursed her whole entire future generations.
Yeah, she was chill with that.
Yeah. What a selfish bitch. I understand you lose the person you love and adore. I get that.
You're literally fucking over your children immediately.
Yeah, grief
immediately,
like, destroys you for sure, but you literally are like, yeah, let's just curse my family. Not everybody finds a soulmate. Air quotes there.
Well, and it's like it's a cultural thing too. Like, the Greeks used to think soulmates existed because there was this whole thing about humanity used to have 4 arms and 4 legs and 2 heads, and Zeus became so paranoid that they would become powerful, so he split them in half and separated them, and so it was it was kind of like if you found the person that you were separated from, like that was your soulmate.
Yeah, I worked with a girl years ago. I don't know if I ever told you this. I think I had. Her grandma used to call it your pull apart because supposedly women come from Adam's rib. So you spent your life searching for the man whose rib you came from, and that's your soulmate. And if you don't find him in this life, then you come back to find him in the next. Until you find your pull apart, and then your life is perfect and you ascend to heaven or whatever.
It's an interesting mix of beliefs.
Yeah.
You should have seen the face I made when Becky was like, you spend your whole life looking for a man.
Well, that's not exactly it.
No, I know.
Till you find your actual partner, you come back to look for that one person. So you can live your whole life doing whatever, wherever. But for your life to be perfect and you not to come back, you find your other half.
The other thing that I think is so funny is in this episode, Rachel was like, we can just call off the wedding. We don't have to have the wedding. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
This was earlier. And Portia's like, you can't cancel the wedding. And it's like, okay. It's not like she's 50% of the the people that have to agree to be married. Mm-hmm. So then I thought it was even more interesting that she decided to... I don't think Jules really gives a shit if the wedding happens, to be fair. But she tells Jules about this curse and about how, like, okay, she can not marry Nikki, and then they're all cursed. The entire family cursed.
Which is a huge guilt for you to carry, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Or she can marry him and potentially die. So... And this is kind of the evil part of me. If it were me, I'd be like, okay, bitch, guess what? You're marrying my brother. You don't have a choice anymore.
Right? I know.
So,
sorry, but this is what's happening.
So I just thought that was kind of interesting, and I'm very, again, I haven't watched ahead. Like, this is where I'm at. This is where
I
ended.
can't wait for you to watch the rest.
So,
I'm excited.
So I'm very interested in finding out what happens, because something very bad is going to happen.
Oh, you have no idea.
So that's it for this episode. Give this show a watch. It's worth it.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Anything more to add?
We have decided to do both of the Frankenfest.
Yes. So we're going to be in Port Huron and Detroit.
Sydney's going to be exhausted because my girl's going to Iceland in September.
Yes.
And I might just crawl in her suitcase because, man, Iceland. I would move there. Until it got really cold, and then I wouldn't want to be there. Maybe I would. I don't know. I don't like it here. Anyway, I'm rambling. So that's it. That's it for us this week. Next 2 episodes next week.
Yes. Today the pod, tomorrow the world. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks.